Hello, welcome to the Citrus Garden. If you're new here, my name is Christina. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. It's great to see you. This is a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Or if you have any other significant Gemini placements, there may be a message in here for you. Sorry, I just got caught on the word citrus for some reason. So maybe citruses are significant synchronicity for you in this time frame, Gemini. Interesting. Okay. Happy birthday if you're a Gemini sun. And we just had the Gemini new moon as well. So there may be something about the Gemini new moon that's significant. I'm getting something like communication is very important, like perhaps in like a social group or whatever it is. I'm also getting movement. And I was also getting, before I started recording, that like somebody misses you, Gemini. That's how it was coming through to me. And it feels kind of like somebody where you've had to put boundaries with this person for good reason is how it's feeling. But this person is missing you. So just being conscious of that. Okay. Gemini, could I get a Starcodes Astro Oracle card for Gemini, please? Taurus. Cultivate. And then you have debilitated, discomfort at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. Because Gemini is the mutable air sign and Taurus is the fixed earth sign. There could be something about the second house resources that's significant. But I feel like there's something here where something is moving is really how it's coming through for you, Gemini. Like if it kind of feels like you're getting ready to make a big move. That's how it feels. I don't know in what way. Perhaps you're moving house or something like that. Or it's just like, hold on, let's see what else is coming through with this. And Taurus is the sign right before you. So maybe something about last Taurus season was significant. So this card asks you to hold still, dig in, grow roots, and strengthen over time. Manifest in a practical way. Signified by a bull standing in its field, Taurus rules the neck and voice. Its purpose is to bring life into matter through growing wildflowers and crops, through our muscular strength and the sensual potential of our bodies, and through the solidness of our material resources. Okay. So the gift of this card is that everything that surrounds you is made up of matter, and the word matter comes from the Latin word mater, or mother. Taurus connects you to the sacred earth mother, Gaia herself, the physical vessel who holds spirit in the body, in the plants, and in the earth beneath us. Okay, so there's something physical that you're working with. It could be like your actual physical body. It also kind of feels like there's something that you're manifesting is how that's feeling to me. Like something very physical that you're manifesting. With the debilitated discomfort, it might be in an area that you are that perhaps is not a strength for you, or that you're It's coming in a couple different ways because the debilitated discomfort card talks about like this is not an area of strength for you. So either you need to grow in that area, or you need to ask somebody for help in that area, or you need to like take a step back and let someone else take the lead kind of thing. You also have Mars underneath that, and Mars will be moving into Virgo soon, which is another sign that's ruled by Mercury. So I feel... So, and then you have Saturn underneath that, which is, like, there's a lot of earthy energy coming in you. Taurus, and then the Virgo energy from Mars, and then Saturn, which of course is Capricorn energy. So I feel like there's a lot of earth that you're working with. Maybe there is something that you're trying to cultivate or grow. But I keep feeling this energy of like making a move. But at the same time, it's also like there may be a bit of frustration because the move yet is not, it's like, I'm feeling a bit of frustration with this where it's like, it's either it's not time yet, or like you need to do certain things before you get there, or it's like there's a certain path, there are certain steps that you have to follow, and it's like it's not quite the time yet for whatever it is, but you are on the path, you're doing it, you're gradually moving towards the goal. But it feels kind of like the practical, physical, material realm is what you're working with and manifesting with, but there's discomfort in that because of it feels kind of like the movement of something is perhaps not the pace in which you wish to move, right? Like it's kind of feeling like that, like something that is taking longer than, I don't know, it just kind of, maybe not longer, but it's like, it's just taking time is how that's feeling. Okay. Gemini. Maybe you have Taurus somewhere in your chart. Taurus energy may be encouraging you to slow down is how it's coming through, Gemini. Encouraging you to slow down. Okay. Can we get some archetypes? The thread. Yeah, I feel like you're pulling on something. Maybe you're trying to get a Taurus to move. That's how it's going through. It's like you're trying to pull on a Taurus. I do not recommend that. Trying to get a Taurus to do something they don't want to do is a futile goal, I think. But once a Taurus wants to move and wants to do something, nothing can stop them, right? That's how I see Taurus energy. So maybe there's something like that. The path, the vein, the circuit. When we connect to the energy of the thread, we strike the deepest vein in the body. Our whole being responds to its tug. Meaning is pumped through our bloodstream. Our mind and spirits are lifted. We remember who we are and what we came into this world to do. Though this happens on the most profound level, it could be the simplest incident that activates the thread, a song, an image, a conversation heard in passing. No matter how confusing and multi-layered our modern lives become, if we are connected to the thread, we are free. Being tethered to it is the only anchor our heart requires. Interesting. Okay. I don't think I've read that description in a while. It feels completely unfamiliar to me, but at the same time, it makes so much sense. Perhaps you're not trying to pull on a Taurus, but perhaps there is a Taurus energy that is pulling on you. Which kind of feels like there's a resonance there. It's familiar to you. It gives some meaning to something. I feel like there's something here where it's like, so maybe you are connected to a Taurus. It doesn't have to be though. It could be anything that has to do with like the second house, which is coming through as resources. Could also be involved with work or just like your material, physical world as it is. There could be like feminine earth energy that's coming through, although Taurus is more King of Pentacles, so just take that how it resonates. There's something about your physical manifestations that is really pulling on you, Gemini, is how it's feeling. It's really resonating with you. It's giving life meaning is how it's coming through. That feels very intense, but it could be. The sword. Interesting. And the mountain. Okay, and then the orphan at the bottom of the deck, the ring, the pilgrim, the comic, the shadow. Okay, so you have debilitated and the orphan at the bottom of the deck. So the orphan card talks about the wounded child. So it's an inner child that needs healing. It could be something that is a need or desire that is not being fulfilled. Or like something from your inner child that needs attention and requires healing as well. So maybe you are connecting with that, like something that is providing healing for you, or something where it's like there's a need that is being fulfilled is how it's coming through. To use the sword is to decide. The blade separates one reality from another. The choice is made, and all else falls away. If you find the sword in your grasp, you can no longer hesitate. This weapon requires a clear and decisive mind and a willingness to act. An onlooker may think the sword bearer is hasty and violent, but the most compassionate and responsible gesture is one that is honest, swift, and accurate. Our first encounter with the sword is at birth, when the cord we share with the mother is cut. This moment defines our separation from her and begins our journey of becoming ourselves. We must make these cuts again and again if we are to grow. Decisions shape our life, and the sword is an infamous shaper of destiny. Yeah. Maybe you are untethering from something at the same... Like, it kind of feels like, Gemini, there's something here where... because I was seeing like a little bit of like the sword cutting through the thread, but it was coming through to me in like the from the movie Hercules, the Disney Hercules movie, where it's like the three fates try to cut cords, right? Like that kind of thing, which in that scene was like representing life or death. That kind of energy. Doesn't have to be that, of course. It's more so talking about like a decision or something that a choice that perhaps cuts some cords. But I feel like there's something here where, because I'm seeing this the part in that movie where it's like the three fates try to cut the thread that represents Hercules' life, because he goes into the underworld, but then it becomes invincible. Like the cord or the thread turns gold, and they are unable to cut the cord, cut his lifeline, right? That's how it's coming through today. But I feel like there's something here, Gemini, where it's like, I feel like you are making some sort of decision to cut a cord. That's how it's feeling in whatever way. And it could be karmically, like some sort of like karmic lesson or something like that, where it's like you're cutting the cord. But at the same time, I feel like there are also things where like the cord, how do I say this in a way that is not that won't be misunderstood, because I feel like it's something where it's like some chords will survive this, is how it's coming through in like the best way possible, where it's like even if somebody else tried to cut the cord, it's like it's invincible. That's how it's coming through, in a way where it feels like no one can take away your destiny. No one can take away something that is meant for you. No one else's interference can affect your destiny and your fate. That's how it's feeling to me, Gemini. So it feels very positive. I feel like there is this sort of like choice that you're making or you're approaching, where it's like perhaps in the past somebody or other influences or other interferences or whatever tried to interfere with your fate or your destiny or something that is meant for you, and it's like that cord remains uncut, right? It's like that path is intact. They can't disrupt that, if that makes sense, Gemini. Okay, that's how it's coming through. The mountain, the ascent, the peak, the insurmountable. The mountain stands eternally in our awareness, calling us towards its peak. It stirs up stoic and regal feelings, reminding us of the long line of spirits, sages, sadhus, and gods that made their humble thrones within its snowy peaks. Beware, though, as the mountain can affect us in two ways. It can inspire and enliven us to rise to new heights and peak experiences, yet it can also create isolation, competitiveness, and inflated sense of self. Standing upon its heights can activate the purist and the perfectionist in us, creating separation from those we deem to be below. No matter how high you ascend, remember that is within the core of the mountain that the gems, minerals, and jewels reside. If you think it's all about going up, you're following the fool's path and missing the miner's magic. Yeah. Okay. Because as I'm reading this card, I don't know, maybe this image will have something in there for you. But I was being reminded of this card in the Alchemy Elementals deck. So I'm gonna pull this deck out for you, where it's like a mountaintop, but the peak of it is removed. And that card is one where that talks about like, yes, it's good to be successful and to like do things for yourself, but in the end, or the main goal or like your main purpose or whatever is to serve others and to help other people. And if your gift is not helping or serving other people, then it's not serving anyone, right? Like it's not helping you either. So I feel like there may be something about that. So there's maybe something here where it's like finding like the jewels or the gems in something that is like a gift of yours that you are meant to share with others, or that is meant to serve other people, or it's like this success is meant to be shared with other people or something like that. Maybe you're cultivating a particular gift or path. Okay, I'm going to pull one card from the Alchemy Elementals for Gemini, please. You may want to watch the last Taurus reading. I'll link it above. Okay. Interesting. So you have this card, and then you also have this one that came out. You have been doing your inner work. Bravo on your courage, your compassion, and your willingness to sit in silence and stillness with yourself. You have made great strides in your heart healing and your soul talk, as well as your spiritual development. There is a new light shining within you, a light that is powerful and magnetic, while still soft and humble. Cast this light upon others as a way of inviting new conversations, new meetings, and new relationships. The simplicity of human interaction shared beneath the glow of this heart light emanating from you now promises profound connections and life-changing experiences for everyone in your sphere. Yeah, you've been doing the work, Gemini, is how it's coming through. This one is a card about something softening and becoming more compassionate. I feel like maybe there's a situation that is... It really does feel like there's a situation or something. It could be this orphan energy. Normally I don't like to see this card because it does talk about healing, but I feel like this is almost not you. This doesn't feel like you. It could be. Just keep that in mind. But it also feels like there may be somebody else around you that is in need of something, in need of your assistance or something like that, or healing. It could be something like that where it's like there's someone around you that is in need of healing. So it's like helping them or assisting them is part of your purpose or path. Just take that how it resonates. And be cautious with that as well. Make sure that you have good boundaries with this, because it does feel like something where it could become codependent if you're not careful and conscious and aware. So just be aware of that. But again, with this mountain energy, I do feel like it is something where it's like the peak experience is not about you elevating yourself, right? That's not what it's about. But I do feel like you're making a significant choice here. It does feel kind of like something is softening. If there is another person that you're connecting with, it's like this energy softens something within you. And I do feel like it's pulling on you in some way. Okay. Gemini. I feel like there's also like this sense of like peace that comes with this, whatever it is. It's an energy that brings peace to you. The peacock. That's so interesting. I sometimes see this card as being like being witnessed in something, like, or that you are witnessing something, or there's something here where it's like I feel like you're helping somebody to like put something in the right order for them. Like it's like you're helping somebody to, so it could be that you are helping somebody to do this or somebody is helping you to do this. Just take it how it resonates again, where it's like something has become sort of jumbled or tangled or mixed up, and it's like you're helping to clarify that or to put things the way that it should be. That's how it's coming through with this peacock energy. Just so interesting. And I feel like there's something here where it's like there are eyes on you, or you are watching something. It just is coming through as kind of like an observer energy, like a witness to something. perhaps you are witnessing someone else. I don't know. But this card talks about inner beauty that shines outward. And it is a card about being able to digest and understand and integrate every experience that we go through in a meaningful way. That's what this card represents. I feel like maybe that's part of your gift. Maybe that's something that you're like helping somebody to do, or somebody's helping you to do this, where it's like you're helping somebody, let's just keep it like that, helping somebody to understand or digest something that perhaps was difficult. Like, it's like this card here, I love the colors of this card, but it talks about like doing the inner work, spiritual development. But this card also looks to me a bit painful. Like there's been some sort of pain that has been transmuted. But I also feel like there's something here where like there's an energy that's softening through compassion. I feel like a lot of your, whatever it is that you're giving, Gemini, is helping somebody to clarify something that was either like misunderstood, or there was like a mix up, or confusion or something like that. It's like you're helping somebody to clarify that. Okay, Gemini. Yeah. The fire ant. Yeah. That's what this wound looks like, right? That's so interesting. I feel like you're helping somebody to heal a pain, a wound. Like it, and it could be you as well, right? So just keep that in mind. This could all be an internal process for you, especially here with the orphan. Some sort of wounding. I feel like with the fire ant, it's this card. I'm not going to read the description because I feel like the description is very limited to sort of like anger and aggression, but it doesn't have to just be that. It could represent an energy that is irritated, right? Like there's irritation, there's discomfort, there's pain, right? Like that's what this card just represents to me. It's just an energy of pain that the longer it's left, the more painful it becomes. So that's how it's coming through. But it's almost like, Gemini, it almost looks like whatever this wound is, it's like turning into gold is how it's feeling. And there's this like soothing relief that's coming in there. I don't know if this is your wound or like someone else's wound or whatever it is, but it feels like there's healing of a wound that's happening, and it could be somebody's inner child wound. Maybe you are helping somebody to like transmute some sort of inner child wound and helping them to digest it in a way that they can understand. I'm going to pull one more card. The Mountain. The Zebra. And you have the Eagle at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. The Eagle is Aquarius energy for me, but it does talk about, like, it's coming through as a breakthrough, like victory, overcoming obstacles. It's the Master of Air and Fire. The Zebra is a card about like a visionary. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, truth seeker and transforms karma. Yeah. The ego pushes us to be our best and brightest selves and stops at nothing to see us shine. Grasp the sun in your talons and hold on for the ride. You are stronger than you think, ego child. Okay. Maybe you or someone, Gemini, just take it how it resonates. Maybe you are pushing somebody to be the best version of themselves, or somebody is pushing you to be that. Especially with the zebra coming out here, because so maybe there's something here, because the way that this is coming, the way that these cards are looking to me with this sort of light in the center, like you are the mountain. I've been seeing that phrase everywhere. Like the mountain is you, or you are the mountain, or whatever. I don't know if that has some sort of message for someone, but it's like there's something here about like your third eye being awakened. I also feel like there's something where your spiritual energy, whatever that is represents to you, could be like your spirituality, your faith, your beliefs, your philosophy, the way that you live life, whatever it is having a significant impact on at least one person around you, someone around you who's going through sort of an orphan energy, which is feeling like an inner child, a wounded child energy is just how it's feeling. And it's like you're bringing them peace and soothing energy to heal that. I feel like whatever this wound is also, or like whatever this is also softening you, is how it's coming through. Like it feels like it softens you in whatever way, in the best way possible. Like it's very gentle. Yeah, it says, so zebras are the most precious of gems. They are young at heart, well cultured, and have an undying curiosity about life. Being in the company of a zebra personality not only is a delight, but also opens our minds. Be prepared. Their potent magic is contagious, and you may soon find yourself in a faraway land, expanding your worldview while having a blast. Zebras also like to contribute to the global health through environmental or volunteer work. This card may be a hint to pack your bags. Yeah. I do feel like so I don't know, whatever this is does feel kind of like a significant choice or decision point, or like something where it's like there's a significant purpose or point to all of this. Whatever this is, I feel like it's going to be awakening something within you, like some sort of new path, or like perhaps a path that you thought was not available to you anymore. That's how it's coming through. It does feel kind of like it's like, or it could also be strengthening something, because now I'm seeing this as like, like it's like that thread that was almost cut is now turning to gold, is how it's coming through. Like maybe there's something here where it's like you're ready to give up on something, but whatever this energy is solidifying it, is how it's coming through. It's turning it to gold. I feel like there may have been some sort of inner child wounding that was preventing you from reaching your full potential, is how it's coming through. Okay. I'm going to pull one elementals card. Okay, yeah, fire. Ignition. Can I get one more? There is some sort of like expansion north there's some, yeah, this feels kind of like a path or your power. The power card is not out here, but okay, because there's something about pain, like your pain, the pain that you suffer and go through is what becomes your power. And but I feel like because the power card is not out here, it's like, it's almost like you're using your power to ignite somebody else is how that's coming through. But in like the best, most gentle way possible. Like I just keep seeing something where it's like somebody keeps trying to cut a thread, but it's gold. It's golden. It's indestructible. That's how it's looking to me. Like it does feel like that. I don't know what part you have in that, Gemini. Like that's how it's feeling. It's almost like there's something that's like encased in gold. It's like gold plated or something like that. Okay, I'm gonna pull one last card from the Energy Archaeology deck. Yeah, the hyoid potential, which is again the throat, which came out with this Taurus energy. Taurus rules over the neck and the throat. So there could be something about the throat chakra that's significant. It could be something that has to do with expression or communication in some way that's being healed. Again, this could all be an internal process. It might not have to do with somebody else at all, but it could just be something within yourself. I feel like there's something that's healing about the throat chakra or communication or the way that you express yourself or whatever it is. That could be where the wound is as well. Okay. Potential. You are both creator and creation. You were chosen and birthed in this incarnation, and you are connected to the gifts of creation, sound, light, and vibration. The world is with you, and the word is you. Owning your power as a creator may feel like a heavy responsibility because speech and sound have created brokenness in the world. You may have created brokenness. You may also feel perceived brokenness within you. Do not let yourself be defined by what feels broken because you are also a healer. When you speak of these broken things, parts and pieces, but not from them, you receive the beauty and healing of your voice. You overflow the divine inspiration and beauty of your creation into all that is, meeting with the healing medicine of every single person in the great flow of the universe. You can create a potential future much brighter, more equitable, and more just than the world in which you found your voice. Okay, how does it feel when someone speaks from their places of brokenness, wounding, and trauma? And how does it feel when I do? Does it feel different when someone speaks of those same things? And how does it feel when I speak of them? What stories of mine desire to be told? How can I speak of them and not from them? How can I lend my voice and my unique story in a way that harmonizes with others and uplifts, not competes and distracts? Okay, yeah. There is something here about like speaking of pain and trauma rather than speaking from a place of pain and trauma. I feel like there is a difference that you are helping someone to discern, or you're doing that for yourself, like learning how to speak of things rather than from that place of pain. I feel like you are overcoming some sort of like wounding that came from that, like expression or speaking. Okay, Gemini. I'm going to leave it there. If this reading resonated with you, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.